He who sits alone, sleeps alone, and walks alone, who is strenuous and subdues himself alone, will find delight in the solitude of the forest. These words by the Buddha offer us a profound reflection on solitude. Some people thrive in the company of others, while others seek out the quiet stillness of solitude to connect with themselves more deeply. In today's fast-paced world, especially in individualistic Western societies, many fear solitude, associating it with loneliness, depression, and even addiction. But it doesn't have to be that way. Learning to be alone, to sit comfortably in our own presence, can be one of the most transformative skills. It's not a punishment, but rather an opportunity for growth, introspection, and even joy. Let's explore how we can shift our relationship with solitude. There are many ways to spend time alone, some healthy, others harmful. While extreme cases like hermits live their entire lives in solitude, most of us experience moments of being alone in more moderate ways, whether through meditation, reflection, or simply working towards personal goals. But loneliness, when unmanaged, can also become a breeding ground for unhappiness, leading to mental or even physical issues. The term lone wolf is often used negatively, suggesting that those who isolate themselves may harbor feelings of hatred or despair, sometimes leading to destructive outcomes. But solitude isn't inherently good or bad, it's what we do with it that matters. The key lies in how we spend that time alone. So, in this video, I'm going to share with you 4 practical and philosophical ways to enjoy solitude and harness its power for personal growth. Firstly, be your own best host. Think of it this way. When you're home alone, imagine that you're hosting a guest, except that guest is you. How would you treat yourself if you were the visitor? Would you prepare a special meal or speak kindly to yourself? Too often, we are our harshest critics, neglecting self-care or indulging in negative self-talk. French philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre once said, "If you're lonely when you're alone, you're in bad company." This is a reminder to nurture a positive relationship with ourselves. When we take care of ourselves as we would a guest, whether by cooking a nice meal, maintaining a tidy space, or speaking kindly to ourselves, we create an environment where solitude becomes a source of comfort, not distress. Even something as simple as cleaning up our space can be a meditative practice, calming our minds and preparing us for quality alone time. Next, realize that we are always connected. At first glance, this might sound contradictory. When you're sitting alone at home, it can be easy to feel isolated, especially when it seems like everyone else is out having fun. The fear of missing out, FOMO, often drives people to seek distractions or unhealthy habits like drinking or binge-watching shows to numb the feeling of loneliness. But as Chinese Buddhist monk Sheng Yen once explained, even in solitude, we are never truly alone. Everything around us is interconnected. He spoke about how, during a solitary retreat, he didn't feel lonely at all. He was surrounded by the life around him, even in the form of ants and insects. Loneliness is a state of mind shaped by our perceptions. Stoic philosopher Epictetus reminds us that men are disturbed not by things, but by the principles and notions which they form concerning things. We can feel lonely in a crowd or connected in solitude. In reality, we are part of the same universe, connected by the air we breathe, the water we drink, and the earth we stand on. Understanding this interconnectedness can ease feelings of isolation. Another way to embrace solitude is to sit with it. Many people avoid spending time alone because it forces them to confront their inner thoughts and feelings. Being constantly surrounded by others is a great distraction from what's going on inside. But solitude offers a precious opportunity for self-reflection. By taking time to sit with ourselves, we can become aware of our inner emotional landscape, whether it's anxiety, anger, or unresolved issues. This is where practices like meditation come in. When we meditate, we observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment, allowing them to surface and eventually dissolve. It can be uncomfortable at first, but the long-term benefits are immense. Facing our inner turmoil head-on, instead of numbing it with distractions, leads to growth and healing. Lastly, chase your dreams. While being around people can be enjoyable, It often causes us to follow the herd, engaging in the same conversations, watching the same shows, and adopting the same opinions. This can hold us back from pursuing our personal goals and dreams. Solitude, on the other hand, creates space for introspection and self-expression. It's during these quiet moments alone that we can truly explore our passions and work towards our aspirations without being influenced by others. Every achievement requires sacrifice, and sometimes that means skipping social events or turning down a night out to focus on what matters most to us. Solitude provides the clarity and focus needed to make progress. For example, when I'm working on creating content, whether it's writing a script or editing a video, I often find myself in a state of flow, a joyful, fulfilling state where nothing feels like it's missing. It's the opposite of addiction because, in those moments, I'm entirely immersed in the present, doing something I love. When you're truly engaged in your passions, loneliness seems irrelevant. So to wrap things up, solitude is not something to fear. It's a powerful tool that can help us grow, connect with ourselves, and ultimately lead more fulfilling lives. Remember to treat yourself kindly, recognize your connection to the world around you, confront your inner thoughts, and use your alone time to chase your dreams. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel for more content like this. Thank you so much for watching.